also want to record myself.
Yes.
That's okay. Thank you for for remember that, because sometimes I forget to do it. However, the COP was 68 General Assembly. I think the first thing to say is that the number of days was reduced. Originally, it was almost 2 weeks. Now it is, I think, 8 days. They sent a letter to announce that the number of days is reduced, and I forwarded this letter to the board and to the SI at UN committee. I think this is a symptom of the problems that the UNUSA is going through, because they have a serious budget reduction. As the UN, as the United Nations in general, they have a serious reduction of the budget, and they are UN is going to restruct and to possibly close some committees or reduce the budget of several committees. And Arti Olamaini gave a very heartfelt and dramatic communication in opening the legal subcommittee session some weeks ago about that, the reduction of the budget and the reduction of the activities of UNUSA and so on. So, okay, having said that, that is, okay, having said that, we have to think about what we want to do. First of all, he is available to go to Vienna from the 25th of June to the 2nd of July. This is the period. And so, and what we want to present eventually, if we go there, our delegation will go there, and we should have a presentation, in my opinion, about our critical review of the Space 2030 agenda, even if they will not allow amendments, because when I asked to the UNUSA direction if they wanted to open the discussion about the Space 2030 agenda and admitting a proposal of amendment, they said no. The discussion will only be to evaluate how the agenda was applied and implemented, if it was implemented or not, and how much the space activities contributed to the UN 2030 agenda, the general one. But however, we would like, however, to present our proposal of amendment, even just as a testimonial, testifying. And also, we have to, we should try to present a conference room paper, our document of the critical review with the proposal of amendment, to present it like a conference room paper. There is time until the 11th of June to propose contents, and so I think the committee, the SI at UN committee, will think about this kind of things. Okay, so first of all, who can go to Vienna?
Adriano.
And then I see that we have Joe that want to say something.
Yes, we are in the process. This is ACES Worldwide, of seeking to become a permanent observer at the June meeting, and excuse me, Apasana Dasgupta, as well as Marlene Lozier, who used to be on our board, will be representing us at that meeting. I won't be there personally, but we will have 2 people representing us there.
Okay, that's a good thing because I think that we can do better things being there together, of course. And so let's try to coordinate and to see what we can eventually do together. Yeah, our delegation. I see Werner raising his hand. So for sure we have Werner. Bernard wrote to me that he is not sure to be able to participate because he has another meeting is expected to attend in the same days. So we don't know if Bernard will be there. Maybe Marie-Louise, do you think you will go this time?
Sorry. I'm not sure. I have to check it because I have another meeting, and perhaps I cannot say it now.
Okay, but yeah, okay. We will have to send the list of our delegates, however, to the to UNUSA. Anyone else?
So, Adriano, I'd like to go, but first of all, I want to ask because there's a conflict because I will be presenting. I think it's ISDC. I'm not sure, but oh, maybe it's not ISDC. It's another conference. So it says it starts on the 5th of June to the 2nd of July, correct?
From the 25,
Oh, sorry,
25th of
20 June to the 2nd of July. So my first question is, do we need to be there for the whole time if we are going to represent SRI
not
as a
not
delegate?
not necessarily. We can also be there for a few days, and yes, in fact, for the LSC, we made like that. I was there for 4 days. Werner was there for 5 days, and Bernard also for a few days. So we were 3 people last time, and we scheduled our presence in order that at least one of us was always there. So this is how we can try to work also this time. And
Okay. So my next follow-up question to that is, do we know the days that we would be able to present?
Well, let me say the secretariat is kindly flexible on that, and we were able to discuss and to agree on the days of presentation, even when we were there. So I think, however, an hypothesis of the day, and if not the time, at least the day will be given by them. Even because when we propose a presentation or a speech, we have to choose the item number in their agenda. Therefore, yeah, that will be a criteria to choose one or another day. And yeah.
Okay, so then my last question is, I just recently, I think about 2 months ago, I got my US citizenship, so I have dual citizen, UK and US. However, I'm waiting for apply for my US passport, and I'm still waiting for it to arrive. And I mean, I have my UK, so I can leave the country, but I don't want to not be able to come back into the US because, even though I'm a US citizen, I haven't got that US passport in my hand yet. So that depends. So it's all going to be dependent on, I would like to go. So if you can put my name down as a delegate potential, but like I said, it's going to be based on my US passport coming in. I mean, like I said, I could leave the country and my UK and stay in Europe. And I was thinking we could going back to UK for a few months. But anyway, that's my update. I would like to go. I'd like to represent SRI. I'd like to be there and be part of the delegate. But these
Good.
are my situation right now.
Good. That is good, even because I think personally I will not go this time. Last time I was in Vienna a few weeks ago on my own expenses, because the financial situation of SRI is not that good. So I didn't dare to even to pay my flight ticket, and to be honest, my situation is not very pink, let me say, and I have to limit my travels, and so I think I will renounce to Vienna this time. Okay, however, okay, I think in any case we will have at least two or three persons there. That is very good. So now we have only to see what we can do to present our contents, our presentation.
Adriano,
Sorry.
I just checked here my book. I have the chance to go to Vienna at 29 and 30 June.
Okay, good. Well, excellent. Amalie, you want to say something? Please, Amalie, go ahead.
Hello. Yes. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Yep. Oh, I would like to go, but the thing is, I'm in London, and I think I have to go back to California, in a week or two. So it's difficult to travel from America. It makes a problem. But what I wanted to mention was, I think Werner's going. Werner Grandl, I think he might be going, but
I'm going. Well, yes, I'm going.
Yeah,
yes.
the UN flag presentation, I think is quite important. If we could perhaps get that up in front of them again with a video, that it can be recorded and into the records. I mean, maybe as in a plenary session or something. It's quite important. They need to, start following this up if it's going to happen. The UN has to start taking it up and promoting it. And so
I have given already this presentation for the UN flag on the moon. I'm not sure whether it is possible to give it a second time. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it could find out. I mean, it's ready to go. It was wonderful what you did last time. So yeah, I mean, if there's some way we could get that in, for the 25th, but it has to be done by the 11th. So, if there's some way that could be organized.
Yeah. By the way, I forgot to say that Susan wanted to add some contents to our document, the critical review of the Space 2030 agenda. She asked me to send her the Word version of that. I did it. Susan, did you get my email?
No, I was going to bring that up. Yes, and I did share it to everyone. So it's very, very based on my background, obviously, to incorporate the health sector.
Yeah.
Actually, now I'm also So
you didn't.
I haven't received.
You
No,
haven't
I
get
didn't.
my email. You didn't have my email.
No, not with. No, I didn't get that with the link because I was waiting for it so I could incorporate it into the main document.
Because, okay, so if you want to incorporate your contents in, you have to do it quite quickly, because we only have time until 11th to present our contents. So
right,
the cases are two options. We present it as it is without your contents, and if we are in time, we can include your contents and present the edited document.
Well, if you can just give me the link right now, so I can access it. I can do it straight away because I've
Okay,
been waiting for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if the PDF version is enough for you, it's easy because it is online. So I can give you just the link and you can download it. If you want the Word, if you want the Word
Yes.
document, I can send it to you here in the chat. Maybe it's the
Yes. I prefer the Word document. It's a lot easier.
thing to do.
Mhm.
File, let me
Right.
say
Thank you.
your computer.
I have a question to Werner. Werner, when do you want to go to UN Corpus? In which time?
I have to have a look on my calendar, but I will go at the 25th, at the 27th, and from Monday and until Wednesday in the following week. But of course, we can also meet at the weekend. I'm not sure whether there is any session on the weekend.
No, there are
meditations. I don't know.
no session in the weekend. No.
Okay.
Okay, but
perhaps you can telephone and okay.
Yes, we can meet
speak about
privately.
it.
Yes, we can meet.
Okay.
We can meet privately, of course, when you come to Vienna.
Yes, we can. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Susan, you have it in the chat now. You can download it. Sorry, I was doing other things, so can you, Werner, can you repeat the days you will be there?
At the moment, I just have a look at my calendar. Here it is. I have prepared it for this meeting. On Wednesday, the 25th.
25th?
Yes.
Yes.
On Thursday, I cannot. I have another date. On Friday, the 27th.
Okay.
I can be there. And then from Monday, the 13th, until Wednesday, the 2nd of July, I can be there.
So
okay, then I change it because Sunday is 29 is a Sunday.
Yes, it's a Sunday. Yeah.
So it's best when I then will come on 30. So
Yes,
June
yes.
30 and the 1st of July.
Yes, then we meet then.
Yes.
Okay.
So if I can come, I will probably love to meet up with both of you and whoever is in the delegate.
Yes.
It'll be my first time there, so you're going to help me navigate that whole place and what to do.
Yes, yes. I show you everything.
So, Adriano, hello.
Yes.
Is there some way you can find out if the UN flag on the moon can be represented in Vienna? Is that possible for the session? If you could find out before June the 11th, if it needs to be remade or if it can be used as it was previously. The text is good. It just needs a video creating. That's all.
Well, what we could do is to make a paper, a room paper with that.
Well, the text is very good. It's well written. When I read the whole thing out, it's good to. I mean, it can be turned into a room paper, but it doesn't really need any alteration. It's well written. It's good text. It's quite solid. If you produce a video, then that can be included in the video category now, along with the text and the video. I mean, it's up to you, but I don't know if it's usable because it was read by Werner before in the previous session.
We have the video, of course, of the presentation of the Werner presentation. We have all the 3 videos of the presentation by Werner. By
yeah,
me.
well, I think if you're going to resubmit it, you should make a video, a more formal video, spoken directly to the audience, not the recording of the previous presentation, a new
Well,
video.
my doubt is that I'm not sure they will accept representation.
That's why I'm asking whether they will or not. Could you find out if it's possible? Because if it is possible, it's halfway done already. But if it's not possible,
the argument that we can use is that it would be it would be good if we can present in the General Assembly that proposal of the UN flag on the moon, because we only presented that in the legal subcommittee, and it is a topic that is worth to be presented in the General Assembly, I think.
On the 25th, the session you're talking about, yes.
But yeah, I think maybe well, the past, what we made was not specifically oriented to the legal subcommittee. It was
it was very general. It would be
yes.
So that it's
to...
written already, but it needs putting together. But if you can find out if they would accept it as
I don't know. We can try and see what we can do. Okay.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Now, well, I think we can maybe go ahead to the next point. If nothing else is to be discussed on this. Next point, I wanted Bernhard to be here, but he is not here. I don't know why. I try to ring him again.
He responded to your email this morning. Bernhard did.
Yes, he responded. Hi, Bernhard. We are in the meeting.
Okay, I tried to join you. I was just in the car now. Okay, I will just try 30. Okay, see you then.
You're joining. Okay. He was in the car. Okay, but maybe he will join now. So, yeah, I think, okay, also the ISDC point. By the way, I also already invited Robert Katz to this meeting. Let me see if he's available. Oof. I think he wanted to join because he was happy to be invited.
Yeah, I'm actually presenting at ISDC in the Space Health track, so I'll be there and I'd like to be part of this presentation. Adriano.
Yeah, but however, I think if we want to have a track or a session or even only a couple of speeches or presentation at ISDC, we have to do something. It will not come. It will not come from the sky.
Yeah, you have to be on the agenda. Okay.
Okay. So I thought you already have submitted and was approved. I think it's a bit too late now. Really, for ISDC.
Did you turn in abstracts, or did you cut a deal with one of the, session co-chairs, Adriano?
No, Oh, sorry.
You did.
Yeah.
Which session did you, did you submit abstracts, or did you talk to one of the session co-chairs?
Well, what we knew is that Werner will be there and Susan will be there. Maybe someone else, but for sure we knew that Robert is joining now, Robert Katz. So maybe he didn't receive the invitation.
I'll be there. The Space Solar Power Summit on Thursday and Friday, all day. And then the Space Ambassadors program is on Saturday, and the Moon program is on Sunday. So those are the ones I have some association with.
So, okay, in my opinion, what we could try to have would be a couple of interventions, a couple of speeches, one on the UN flag on the moon and the other one on the 18 SDG. I think at least these two topics could be covered by SRI. And of course, also Gary and Robert. Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Nice
Hello,
to see you.
yeah. Sorry, I was driving from. We have a big small sat symposium that we had in Amsterdam. Very well attended, and I was driving on my way home. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never
So,
mind.
but good.
So we have already discussed the first point, that is the COPO 68 General Assembly, our delegation and
Yeah.
our ideas of contents to be proposed.
Okay, so you have defined who is going there in June, huh? In a shorter version of the COPO?
Yes, we will
Yeah.
have, for sure, we will have Werner and Marie-Luise for some days there.
Okay, good.
And if you can join too, you will be three. I will not.
Yes, I'm not sure because, as I mentioned, I have this lunar symposium exactly the same week, and so. But I think that's fine.
And maybe we will also have Susan Jever.
Okay. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so now you are discussing the ISDC, I see, or?
Now we were talking about the ISDC. We just started to say that. And what I knew is that Barnhard and Susan will be there in Orlando. Is that correct, Barnhard?
That was a plan. Now I'm not so sure because I have a talk on the 22nd on the Sunday, but it's so the moon session is on the Sunday, but it's exactly the time where also I have to be in Europe because we have a big lunar symposium in Europe, and so it doesn't fit. So I will try to find somebody to replace me eventually for giving my talk on the Sunday. And also, I was asked eventually to moderate a lunar session on the Sunday. I wonder if Gary could help, if he's there, if he could replace me.
Actually, I believe Madhu reached out to me for that.
Oh, okay. So you are already. So
Yeah.
he also asked me to moderate a session. So maybe if he asks you, then you can be the one that does it. Okay, good, excellent.
Or I can do it.
Yeah.
Because I'll be there. I can do it. I'm very good at emceeing.
Oh, Suzanne,
moderating sessions. Yeah, I'm going to be there the whole time. I'm speaking.
I could propose you as well.
Sure, unless Gary wants it. I don't want to take it.
But if Madhu asks both of us, Gary and me, so then maybe he needs two people.
Yeah.
And so that would be, and it would be nice to declare at least one of us as Space Renaissance, also to show that we are participating as Space Renaissance.
If you'd like to do it, that's fine. Okay, but I think one way or another, I think I'm on the same panel.
That's the same panel, huh? And I think that, yeah. But that's good because you can cover space architecture, and Suzanne can cover astronauts, and that's good. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so this is sorted, and then
a walk-on or another abstract that was put in, which is dealing with the use of electromuscular stimulation in kinetic fabrics for what amounts to being abatement of issues with respect to transitioning to microgravity environments or
That's good.
So there's some other interesting things that I think they're trying to work into the session there.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So so then this way I can save this conflict, and if you can report on this event for us, and for the next ISDC, we try to find a way where if we do it well in advance, then we could have something with Space Renaissance as a really co-organizer of the session.
Yeah, we were saying that it would be nice to have at least 2 presentations, one for the UN flag on the moon and the other one on the 18 SDG. So if it is possible to have 2 of us to present on these 2 things in some tracks that maybe Gary
Yeah,
and
but okay, I don't know if it's still open, because the submission of abstract was a long time ago.
It's way closed, but
yeah.
I talked to Bert and Gabe and Jennifer almost every day. We're working on it, like on a couple logistic things, so I can try to slide it in. I can talk about what it does, how it's important for them, how it will get more attention because you'll broadcast that to all of and how it's going to hopefully promote more attendance for them and more press for them. And so I'll work on an angle that will be beneficial to them, and we'll try to get it to slide in, maybe even as some special session.
Okay, if you manage to do that, that would be great.
Of course, we have, all the materials are ready. We have the abstract ready, so not work it is
So I think I have everything, but why don't you, if you could, Adriano, just after the call, just Gary as well, whatever you have, the latest, in case I miss something, like I just tend to miss some once in a while, please send me, and I'll talk to Bert. I'm supposed to have a meeting with Bert today still on my panel session, and I will work it in. If necessary, if worse comes to worse, I will present it during my session. I have
nice. Yeah.
I'm the chairman for it actually has good relevance. It's I created a brand new track, which was really hard to do, but it was important because it's there's too much there that we do that's just sort of been the same way since the beginning of the moon when it was first created. So it's a young professionals and collegiate track to try to attract the young folks into this area. And these topics are of particular importance and attraction for the young folks. Peace, the flag on the moon, and sustainability for Earth, 18th SDG. So those 2 topics I can squeeze into my session. Actually, I'm going to squeeze into my session anyway, and I'm going to try to get a separate platform. I'll talk to Gabe this afternoon.
Okay.
The other thing is that we've got the presidential suite in the hotel, and there's going to be after-hour sessions with whiteboards and tasty beverages, with the idea of getting people, as usual, talking with one another, and conspiring as to what to do next.
Okay.
And particularly thinking of the 18th SDG as a call to action as opposed to administrivia,
yes,
is very important.
Yeah, so it's good that if from the ISDC side you already get some momentum, and then we can see from the point of view of Space Renaissance and also the European side how we can build again. And for this, I have also some news where you remember we had a young lady, Chiara Monta, that was one of the initiators of the Space for All movement. And I just talked to her today. She is with me in this space small sat conference in Amsterdam, and she can help from the Space Renaissance side, not the big, overall initiative with all the organization, but at least from our side. And then we will see what amount of time is requested, and if we need also to involve, some other people in organizing some events and activities. For instance, in the frame of ISC as well. ISC, a number of us are going, and so as it's quite some investment to go, it will be a good forum also to have some overall space renaissance and SDG activities, with also the possibility of resonance that ISC provide, because there will be like 10,000 people there. So we will try to do something within the technical session, but also within some of the other events. Mm-hmm. Please. Mm-hmm.
Oh, can I quickly just ask Robert? And so, or anybody else here who's interested, actually, I will submit this for the Living in Space, Joe. But I'm currently drafting and writing a book on neuroethics and astroethics with agent AI, multi-agent AI, and for space exploration. So is there, because you're saying that this track is for the collegial, sort of the next generation, the young students, I think this is a technology with agent AI that they would be very interested in. So is there a possibility if I send you an abstract, because I'm writing the book now? Do you think there's possibly integrating this into presenting it?
I'll take a look and see. I'll have to. So I'm collaborating on this with Bert from IST. So I'll definitely be happy to take a look. And if not, there's definitely a way to work it in. I mean, even if it's just mentioning it and having flyers there for everybody, and there's always some way to work it in. We're also doing a mentoring session as well, which I invite you to be there and be one of the mentors as well for the students. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and to anybody else on the call.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and Adriano, what this book is and what the theme is very aligned with SRI. It's space, philosophy, space ethics, and so on. So I think maybe I'll add a section into the Word doc as well for the SDG 18.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm working also on an article about regarding living in space, because I was in as an analog astronaut at Emperor Mission 21. Yes, I have here my certificate.
Yeah, nice.
I'm working
awesome.
I entered to find out the influence of art and creativity and isolation, and it was supervised by Celia Avila Rauch, Dr. Celia Avila Rauch. She is a psychologist, and we will make a publication out of this, and so we can send you this article about this. She will do another publication too, but it would be nice to have this included, because I find it very important from my own experience that we have art and creativity in space, because humans are not robots, and we cannot also only fulfill tasks. And she disappeared. And here you are.
Yeah,
you changed the position.
I'm not here. Yeah. Well,
okay, that's good. Yeah. So let's go for it. But let's also respect a bit the agenda ISDC. So all topic with ISDC, if they fit well. But it's true that not so many from us from Europe are going there. So it's important to also identify what opportunities that we have also in Europe. And so this is a Congress next year. But also some event we have in Europe where we can cover some of the news, and ISC, also what we are investing into ISC. So for ISC, do we have a confirmation of who is going to ISC?
Yes, I'm definitely going. I have over 10 abstracts. I will be presenting in 10 tracks.
I saw that. So, okay. So are you alone, or you need to bring 4 or 5 people with you? No.
Right now is well, my daughter might be coming, but it depends. But
Susan,
go
be
ahead.
careful of that.
Yeah. So you're there.
Sorry.
Technically, the limit is 3 abstracts.
Yeah. So you're coming, Gary. Yeah. So I want to say that for ISC, I took the initiative, and I have hired 2 persons that are going to help us for some activities linked with ISC. One is a journalist, and I'm co-funding some of the expenses, and she will help us in some of the activities of Space Renaissance. And also I am co-funding a young professional. So at the moment, we are not planning to have a booth at ISC, but the idea is to squat some existing booths that from some of our partners, and to have some events that we would organize in some of our partners' places. So that's a bit the view. But also we have a very strong contribution to the technical program. So Suzanne 10 abstract. I have also like 15 abstract with some of my students and so on. So we'll be quite involved in the technical session. And there will be also some events, some celebration. Just in confidence, I was given a prize that will be announced at ISC Sydney, the Roger Malina Prize, and then I will take advantage because it's a prize celebrating how we bridge between space and society and science and arts. I will try to use that as an opportunity to spread the message for Space Renaissance. So yeah, so and Adriano, you are planning to go?
I think I will not go because lack of funding. I think
so I'm.
This time I will renounce.
Yeah. So I am also ready to put to co-fund part of the trip of some of the people that go. So I have some grant I could give for two of the Space Renaissance, ambassadors, and I could help if it's if it helps.
We can see. Okay.
But it's true, it's a big investment, so I understand. So that's from the ISC side. Yeah.
So okay, we
regarding the 18th SDG, I had a meeting last week on Tuesday with Chiara Monta.
Yeah.
And we were talking very long. I don't know if she contacted you afterwards.
Yes, I told you if you heard me. I am with her here in Amsterdam. I talked to her today in Amsterdam. Yeah.
So she talked with you afterwards, and she told you that we met. And okay. Then...
Yeah. And then we have to do slowly, despacito, as you say in Spanish, so that not to overwhelm her because she has limited time. But she has also great potential because she's very connected with the space ecosystem, in particular in Germany. And she was one of the initiators of the idea of Space for All. So I have a meeting with her tomorrow to see what we could do in concrete. And on this Space for All, and also in view of the Congress in Berlin, because she's from Berlin, she could also bring a number of important actors from Germany and from Europe.
I talked about this with her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Where do you meet her?
We have in Amsterdam now the Small Satellite Symposium, and she's attending it. And so we talked 3 times today already. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, good. But if you have also other people you will see motivated, I am willing. Because in her case, Chiara, she has a full-time job, and so she would do that in addition to her job. If you know, for instance, some young professional, I would be happy to give a grant to cover part of their time to help us in our Space Renaissance activities, in some of the support tasks as well. Also accompanying the fact that Adriano is going to be relieved to some of the tasks, so we need to find people to do some of the job and to let Adriano more on the high level task. Yeah,
that would be great.
Yeah. So so we need hands, and still Adriano is a head and is a strategist and so on, but we need also some hands to help. And I'm ready to put a bit of funding to help young professionals to give some hands. But also, I would like that each of the board members they should identify a task which, you know, they own, and they are the captain of their task within the board. And we also help them to deliver some of these tasks. So the board members, it's not only to meet in the board meeting, but also, you know, they have some of the projects that are of benefit to Space Renaissance and to the community in general. And if for this you need to have some young professional to help you, I'm happy to put some grants to give a bit of support to some of these young professionals.
Now, just thinking about grants, we had the other 2 points that we were waiting for you to join before this. And it is Ethos 2024. It is time to pay the prize to the winner of Ethos 2024. We promised €1,000 to cover part of the expenses for IAC Sydney. And so this €1,000 was €500 provided by SRI and €500 by Lunex. Is that correct?
That's all fine. That's fine. Yes. So, and you have identified the winner?
Yes, the winner is Sipsankar Palit. Yeah.
Confirm. And going to IAC or not?
Well, I didn't understand if he is going to IAC or sending someone else to IAC. And I don't know if this would be correct, because we promised the prize to pay the prize to the winner of the Ethos.
Yeah, but it was a prize to go to IAC. So the idea is that we pay something, but also in exchange, the person goes to IAC and promote that they have received a prize from Ethos, because otherwise it's a kind of no visibility. Yeah. So the condition of the prize is that the person goes to IAC and does a bit of promotion of our young professional program from Space Renaissance and Lunex. But yes.
So in the last email, the winning team involves 2 persons. In the last email, we received an email that there is a person going to IAC, but one single person, but maybe not both of them are going.
No, it's okay. I mean, if one person goes and we help in the funding and it is well publicized, yes, we give what we promised, but in exchange, the person does a bit of promotion in IAC of the fact that he has received the Ethos Prize from Space Renaissance and Lunex. That's all fine.
So my question, should we ask them to present some kind of document, say, because they have booked a flight ticket or something like that, or just to give the prize, give them the money without?
In general, the price you give, you should not give the totality of the price before the service is given. So maybe we could transfer half, and when they are in Sydney, you transfer the last amount. So that's you know, the whole task is completed.
So let's say 50% before.
Yeah. Okay. A 50% advance.
Yes.
And the 50% when they are in Sydney, and then we can do a kind of a symbolic event also, where you deliver the envelope, and the person give a speech, and we try to fit them in one of the session.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So Ghanim, okay, we can go ahead in this way.
And the person has submitted an abstract to IAC?
Yes, they submitted an abstract, but I'm still waiting from them to confirm if it was accepted or no.
You know in what session they have submitted?
I need to check.
If it's in my session A3 IP, I have accepted all the good abstracts. They should submit in my session. That's a key for, you know, because some session at ASC, the referee are very tough. They just accept 50% of the abstract, and sometimes they reject very good abstract. While in my case, I always transfer them to the interactive presentation to give the young people a chance to present. Okay.
I will check and tell you.
Yeah, please tell, and then they can use also their presentation or their IP to advertise that they have been sponsored by Space Renaissance and Lunex, and we can make a little event where we make the effort to go to see their talk, and we celebrate it. Yeah. Okay, good.
I think that if you haven't received acceptance or refusal letter, it's too late. It means it hasn't been accepted. They've already given out last month all the accepted abstracts by letter and refusal. Just letting you know that's how it works.
Yeah, but I think it's Ghanim has to ask them if they have received such a letter or not. And, and in case they have not been accepted, they submitted only one abstract. I mean, we try to find at least an event where they have an opportunity to present. Yeah.
Also, there is the so-called IP presentations.
Yes.
Where there's significantly more flexibility in there.
By the way, very good point, Gary. Not only there is flexibility, but also there is a special call now for late abstract for IP, for ISE. So in case they have not been selected, it's their chance now to submit a late abstract. And if they submit it in my session, I can accept it.
Right. And so one of the things, there's not a good way to do it, but if you know this, one of the session chairs, okay, sign on to the database, and it gives you the numbers.
So my session is A3 IP. A3, that's a solar system exploration IP. So I am the convener of this one, and I have selected 150 abstracts as part of this session.
Right, and for C3 and D3,
okay. Then we so they have a choice between two secure placement. So we could tell them.
There's also an E, like E1. It's a deal with between space habitats and space architecture.
Are you organizer? Is it with Olga?
Not an organizer of it, but since I co-chair the Space Habitats Committee, I have some interest there.
Yeah. So I mean, but this applies not only for these people, but any of you actually. If you want to submit an additional abstract, really with late breaking news, you can do it with this IF call for late breaking news.
Okay, then maybe I sent it to you an abstract.
Well, everybody, you can say it to me, but you have to do the process yourself of submitting it on the IF website. But it's a good practice to circulate, like Adriano always doing it, circulating some of the abstract with some of the Space Renaissance colleagues, which you think could be interested to join in as co-author.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do I had 5 abstracts that were accepted.
Yeah.
But at least 2 of them I'm getting I have other authors that are presenting.
That's nice. Okay. And IAF allows us to change the authorship after you have submitted the abstract. But other conferences don't do it. But in the case of AF, they allow us. So it's good. Yeah. Okay, so that's for ISC.
Okay. I just want to add another information. Not to start discussion because we don't have time. But there will be the Congress, National Congress of Space Renaissance Italia. In Catanzaro, from 13 to 15 of June. And I have just posted in the chat the link to the presentation of the Congress and also for registering to participate, the subscription forms to participate, just to attend in presence or via or Zoom, and also to give a speech, a presentation. There is still place for that.
There are still place. Okay.
And I think Marie-Luise wants to join. And
nice. Okay.
Maybe Sabine too.
Yeah.
I think Sabine, you wanted to come. No, you don't.
Sabine, if you come, I have grant. I will come. I will come with Pauline. This is a new member of Space Renaissance astronaut.
Yes.
She was together with Sabine in the moon, and so I'm willing also to contribute if Sabine or others want to join a special grant for Catanzaro.
Great. And so if some of us want to join, please
Yeah.
do. You have the links in the chat and you
Yeah.
can.
Excellent.
Great. What else? Sorry, just try to follow our.
I Congress.
Yes, yes, our Congress in Berlin, that will be double. It will be the fourth World Congress of SRI.
Yes.
It will be the Space Art
Yeah.
Festival. So we can promote it with this.
Yes. So are the dates fixed now, Sabine?
I have not. I still don't have the date. But may I share the screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Is.
I hope I have it here open. Just a second.
However, we will prepare a dedicated website like as we made in 2021. This is costless because it's just another subdomain of the Space Renaissance .space. And there we will put all the information, the call for papers and everything. And yeah, I think we should start the preparation very quickly.
Yes.
And namely to prepare the thesis document. That's not easy this time because we know about the geopolitical situation.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is the content. It's not the organization, it's the content. Organization, it's very important to have at least some choice for possible dates because there are some other events which are in the summer next year, like COSPA and so on. So, and we need to announce possible dates among ourselves at least, so that we, we keep the slot available. Otherwise, even some of us will not be available.
I will take care for this.
So, but are we talking, you have at least a month where you plan to have it?
Yes, in July, in the beginning of July.
Okay, beginning
of July. So, okay. So that's
like the other festival. And I was thinking that we try to divide it that we have like Moon and Mars, that we have Space Renaissance for all and sustainability, also Space for all and sustainability development should be the topic of the festival. And I will have different chapters, one about habitats and life in space, one space law and space 18th SDG, space philosophy, then transport, mining, industry, orbital debris, and so on, and energy, economy, environment, target young generations. And then we will have also the Space Renaissance Art Gallery and Moon and Mars. And
we use our committees, correct? We use our committees, basically.
Yes, we use our committees.
Yeah.
And I was talking with support association of the Astronaut Observatory and Zeiss Gross Planetarium, and they would take over the final financial settlement. So we will make a page where the people can register, and the money goes to the support association. And this time I would take an entrance fee of €10 per day. And from this cost, I would like to cover the cost, like the barbecue, the reception, the welcome reception. I would like to cover from this the coffee breaks, the brochures, the advertisement, all this. And maybe I have money also to cover for the helpers. So I would like to pay €50 per day for the helpers who are in because the last time I covered all this from my friends, and they did it for me. And but this time we would like to do it in this way. And we also plan a night observation. And what I find very important is when I stop sharing the screen, so you have seen everything. I would like to have it as a presence conference, because it was really a shame to have such a nice building and people were watching at the screen. I would like to have people there, and I will organize this. And I was also talking with Chiara. She would help me in organizing. Also, Marie-Luise would help organize. Also, we can ask in the different chapters to invite speakers to come there. I also talked to Robert Zubrin. He would like to come. And yeah, we have some people.
Yes, clearly. The last one was, I think, great in content, but really we needed more audience. So we have to find a way to bring the audience. And what you propose, I think that is very good. Also, to have people that register and come, and so to put a price is good. And I can also bring some volunteers to help. So this, and I give them some support so that helps them to come, but also they can help in some of the tasks, and they are also present there. So, but this looks good. July is good. So we should not do it in August. In August, we have another big event, which is a COSPA in Florence, 1st to 9th of August. So if we do it in July, that's fine. Not that if you do something around 20th of July, but no pressure, or the week like from 12 to 20th of July. So if there is also International Moon Day.
20,
and so we could.
I think 20 is too late. It's better.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
The first
but
week of July it would be
first week or the second week, we have to see depending on the availability. But the second week, you can also connect it to the so-called International Moon Day. So it gives visibility also all over the world with this UN International Moon Day.
Yes.
But yeah, beginning of July is all fine with me. Yeah.
Good.
Okay, excellent. So that's I think it's a good description. Also involving the committees to contribute to the program as speakers, and inviting also the key people. My question to Gary now is: can we also we could try to label it as a kind of NSS friendly activity. So where we could say, oh, this is a kind of pilot to organize something with Space Renaissance, but where some members of NSS could try to come. So we try to organize at least a small delegation of people from NSS. It's not a huge NSS Congress, but so that also they can show that they do events outside the US.
The answer is that's a very real possibility.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, in my august position as the Director of Strategic Relationships for the society, I have considerable responsibility and very little actual authority to sign checks. Okay, but I do have for various dishonest reasons, when I have something to say, it typically gets listened to. How it gets acted upon, varies. But I can tell you from my standpoint, I think it could be indeed worthwhile, and a reasonable, appropriate thing to do. And I'm happy to set in motion, efforts to make it happen.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. And if you would have even 5-10 people,
an email with a specific ask.
Yeah.
And we'll take it from there.
Yeah, excellent. Very good.
The same thing we can propose to ACES, Joe.
Yes.
ACES worldwide can participate to our Congress and maybe also organize a track or something. What do you think?
Right. Well, let's talk offline about what possibilities. We're concentrating on the special issue of the frontiers in space technology on
Yeah.
living in space, and hope to follow that on with a book.
Yeah, so you can come and bring the book.
Right.
This is for next year. That would be a great event. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So there are personal health issues with my
Yeah.
wife that complicates things.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but in terms of having an essays event, well, even if you cannot travel, but you can do a strong remote presence. But if the book is available, we could do an event around the book.
Right. Well, in November, on the let's see, the 13th of November, we hope to have the Zoom session and workshop and so on. So anyway, let's figure out what to do, how to do it.
Yeah, but for next year summer, I think we'll have a book.
Right. That's the hope.
Yes. Okay, good. Excellent. Super.
Molto bene. Allora, okay, let's go to the SRI financial situation. Or maybe Ghanim will say something about the ETHOS 2025.
Okay.
Very quickly. So we are now organizing ETHOS 25. It will be the same structure as ETHOS 24. So now we expect to have the webinar series by mentors by the end of June. We will have 4 webinars, hopefully bi-weekly. So by early September, we will be complete with the webinar series. Before September, by August, we will open the call for new participating teams. So that we will have the event this time after IAC. So during IAC, we will market the event to have more participants. So November, December, 1 month event. During that 1 month, we will have the mentorship sessions. Unlike last year, this year, we will be a little bit more specific about the objective for the participating team, which is having a business model or a product to be manufactured in a rotating habitat. They will have the freedom to choose the concept of the habitat. This is part of the competition. And thanks for Susan. She also offered a prize, which is a virtual analog mission for the winning team. So maybe later or maybe today we might discuss if we can give a partial scholarship as we did this year for the winning team or no. We might discuss about this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. From the Lunex side, I can do the same as I do for this year. Okay. So yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Ghanim, in the Congress in Catanzaro in June 13 to 15, there will be a lot of students.
Very good.
Southern Italy, from the schools, the high schools in Calabria and in the southern Italy, and from universities. So I suggest you to join the Congress, even from remote, and to give a speech.
Yeah.
In the JOUT, we have the 5th session is for JOUT and students. So you have to talk there and to invite all of them to join ETHOS competition.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So in the chat you have the links to register as a speaker.
Yeah.
So please do it. It's very important.
All right.
Ghanim, are you available to come to Catanzaro? In terms of time?
Like physically, I don't think so, unfortunately.
Because I could give you support. If it's a funding issue, I can support you for this.
Is there not a virtual option? Because I would love to also present. Do they not have a virtual option?
Of course, you can register as a speaker for virtual.
Okay, excellent.
Oh, well, there you go. I'd love to.
So we have Susan and Ghanim. That's good.
The link, the link is in the chat.
Good.
Yeah.
Let me confirm to you tomorrow, Adriano and Bernard, if I can come physically.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, if you can come, it would be great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I also want to say to Ghanim, yes. So, we actually have with Puerto Rico Space Foundation several cohorts in June and July. So the winning teams, we definitely would love to have the winning team, and even partial scholarships for the second and third teams to come into the virtual training. So So I'll give you the dates of the upcoming cohorts. And so and also for Bernhard, you had said that there are some interest for students to come into our virtual and in person. So, I'll send you the dates and I'll also share it with you, Adriano, for the SRI community. And one thing that we actually are forging now, we forged a partnership with the University of North Dakota. They have an on-site analog station as well. So actually, I'll be doing a mission there in September. But they've given us several missions in March and in July with MMAS to partner with them. So we're starting to curate and select qualified analog astronauts. So there you go, Sabine. Would love to see if you can join one of these missions. But this is also going to be opened up to SRI community, Adriano, and all the students. So, and of course with Euromoon Mars.
Yeah, excellent.
How much kosten müssen was der?
Look, we'll talk that offline with you, Sabine. We'll talk offline. We don't want to take up the time here.
Okay.
I just wanted to update because of Ghanim with the winning, and also Barnhard had asked about upcoming missions.
Okay.
Right.
And I can do something similar to what I do with Euromoon Mars. Cost funding, like half of the cost, if they are reasonable, for students that have a research approach, which is that submit 2 abstracts and a draft article after they do the work. So I can also, like we do with Euromoon Mars, so to document some of this analog astronaut experience. Yeah. Okay, very nice.
Bene. So we can go ahead. The SRI financial situation. I can say that we have just approved.
Yeah, very good.
2024 balance. We reached the quorum.
The quota.
51% a few hours ago, so we have approved that, and that's a good thing. The other thing is that our financial situation is not good. I will show you now. We share what I mean. Just a moment. Oh, sorry. Too many windows open. Okay, share. Share. This is the screen. Okay. So can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah. Or is too?
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's
Can you make it larger?
Too small?
No, it's okay. So we see.
Okay. So our situation is this one. What we have now in our cash is 7,600 euros. But these money are not all belonging to SRI. I mean, the Medici Fund has 4,500, so we cannot spend this money for our normal business because these are Medici Fund to support our bursaries, our prizes, and these kind of things. Then the Italian Congress has now about 2,000 euros from sponsors that are supporting the Congress. So SRI now holds a little more than 1,000 euros. This is very few money. We cannot afford to support flight tickets. We cannot afford to do many things because it's just what we need to support our purchases, like the websites providers and the licenses, Zoom licenses, and all these kind of things. I'm thinking about some cuts that will not bring many saving, but however, we now have 2 Zoom licenses and we use only one. So I think I will close one of the 2 and keeping only one license. And also there are some websites that are being paid by SRI. For instance, One is, oh, that nice cat, Sabine cat, beautiful. So one of these websites is the Art Goes to Mars, was initiated, I think, a couple of years ago or 3, but nothing happened. Nothing happened on that website. I just developed the very initial form, and the agreement was that somebody else was taking it ahead, but nobody, I think, nobody remembered that agreement, and I think we will dismiss it, because even if it is not a big expense, however, it is some some tens euros per year, and everything is going to be big pictures. Also the 18 SDG website is the domain. I'm talking about the domain expense and not about the not about the space, because the web space is inside the MetaNet provider that we pay for all of our websites. So it's not the hosting. The big cost is not the hosting, is the domain. Domains are always rising from one year to another.
Yeah.
So we have some many websites, and they are some expense too. Okay, of course, the 18 SDG is important. We want to keep it, and I hope we can go ahead and have a new chair for the coalition. This was another point today. But okay, I will make a review of all of our websites and share it with the board and say what we can keep and what we can drop. Okay.
Could I make a comment? One of those is for the living in space, and I think ACES could take over.
It's not paid by us. It's paid by Gary. The domain.
Well, okay, but anyway, we could take over that expense if necessary. But I'll talk to Gary.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, but more generally, I think clearly we have to find a way to have a new campaign for sponsors. And I think that to give a good example, I'm happy to make a new donation. I gave a donation of €1,000 for the young professional program. So for the young professional that will come to Catanzaro and some of the events of this year, I can do another donation of €1,000. And I think I can also do a general donation of €1,000 for general cost of SRI, but that we have to approve as a board.
Great.
So okay, this we can do. But I would like that this donation is in particular used for possibly young professionals that do some active work, because then they can deliver some of the tasks we want to do.
Young professional and old professionals too.
Yeah, and a bit of it also for the old professionals. I have to leave you now, but on this nice note of funding increasing. But if also board members want also to give some contribution also through their institution, in particular some of the institutions involved in SDG 18, we have to find a mechanism where they could give a donation as well. So we have to discuss a scheme. Can be voluntary, but it could be also a kind of a guideline of possible contribution. So yes. I have to leave you at the moment.
Bernard, before you go,
yeah.
There was another critical issue announced early by Adriano talking about his retirement. So we have, I think, a financial issue to address, but also that would leave a rather large hole in the organization. So we need to figure out how to keep him as long as possible, but also how to address an institution foundation leaving if he chooses to retire.
So I think one transition measure, what I propose that Adriano could make a list of the tasks and the time they take, and we should try to take within the board some of these tasks that requires a good knowledge, of the history and the way we can. And then we have to find also a new person that I could also compensate partly to do some of the, logistic, repetitive tasks. Maybe something that could be more at the level of a kind of secretariat and coordination. And this is something where I could contribute, in particular if it's a young professional that does that as a way to get experience. I could contribute to that. But you cannot put in a strategic task somebody that has not worked with the Space Renaissance before. Strategic tasks have to remain with the board.
Right. But anyway, that's the kind of thing we need to
Thank you. Yes. So I would ask Adriano to make maybe a list of some tasks, and possibly declare whom within the board would have the best skills to cover some of these tasks. And then we approach the board members in agreement with the volunteers. We try to figure out something which is reasonable also in terms of time that is spent. Yeah.
Okay, not easy to do that, but I will.
But we will work out. I will help you with work.
One last question, Werner. Would you go on be our president?
But this is a decision for next year, no?
You candidate for next year election?
But when is the deadline for a candidate?
We have to define. We have to decide.
No, but,
the election will be in July.
Yes. It could be a possibility. I would be happy to continue. If we found another better candidate, I would be happy also to withdraw. But a good candidate, we could also having a scheme where you have a candidate, but you have also a kind of a vice president that could be then in the system.
If you can stay, Bernard, I think losing one key member is big enough. To lose two at the same time is not a good idea. So
if the board, I mean it's for the assembly to decide at the end. But if the board is supporting me, and I think that I can still do useful things for Space Renaissance in the next term, then. But we have really, as Joe mentioned, we have really to see how to reinforce our team rather than to lose members of our team. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Good. So I have to leave you now because I have some.
Yes, but I think we can close.
Thank you very much. Okay. All the best.
Okay. Yes, we can close. We have covered more or less all the points.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's a miracle. One
okay.
One and a half hour. But maybe Amalie would add something. Amalie, please.
Yeah. Adriano, I understand you can't do this anymore, run this organization like this, but what is going to happen with the UN? I mean, we need the UN program is so important. Are you going to be able to, keep this going, keep going? We have to do it.
Yes, I will do what I can, and but I think that it is not such a big thing to keep the link with the UN.
Yeah, that I think is very key part of the work that we're doing, and the 18th SDG.
We have a very good space law committee, and the committee SRI at UN that could that they are already thinking.
No, they won't do it. They're more interested in legal things. It's an ethical issue. Anyway, I'm hoping you'll be able to continue with this work because
I mean in the UN actually I mean we have a delegation that and we it's good also to have this attendance to the UN COPIOS as an opportunity for all the board members to join in, and even some members of Space Renaissance to get involved and to see how it works. And so we could clearly
Yeah.
continue. Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you, Bernard. It's just it's difficult, you know, the politics, the
Yeah, but the
legal
problem,
thing, the whole thing. We really need the philosophical mind to could move this forward somehow.
But
Adriano's done a lot, yes.
Yeah, but we don't control the politics, unfortunately.
No.
But we can go there and process. And it's a very slow process at the UN, so it's good to go there a few days, per year. But I will not do that my whole full time.
Yeah, I'm just hoping Adriano doesn't. No. I hope he will always do this. Yeah.
And it's good to be there at the UN, but I think that this also good for other people, for the community at large, from Space Renaissance. We could invite in our delegation to see, so that they see the process, and then help them to see what we can do from Space Renaissance, also for action at the level of UN. But we have also to have many actions which are not depending on UN.
No, that was just my inquiry. I hope it's possible. Yes, thanks.
But this works well with the UN. We are so, and they have some team. Actually, I was discussing with UN because, as Adriano mentioned, the director of UN Copios mentioned that she has a big reduction in budget, and she's going to cut up some activities. And I mentioned to her that Space Renaissance could give some grant to young professionals that are doing a stage at the UN, internship at the UN. Actually, they have now some interns, they are very low paid. And we could, for instance, offer to some, international relations students the opportunity to work in the UN OSA office, paid by me, but to do some tasks which are of common benefit.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah,
yes.
And this is this is a low cost actually, and many young professionals are eager to get this experience, like spending 4 or 5 months in the UN, because
yes, it's a big thing, bridging the gap here between the superpowers.
Okay. And so I proposed it to the director, and she mentioned one of our assistant director to follow it up with me. Yes.
Oh, great.
Okay, so I have to leave you now, but I'm sorry. Yeah,
I think
all
we
the
can
best.
close.
Thank you.
If nothing else, we can close here.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks. Goodbye.
Ad astra.